how the morning routine changed my life. So, back when I was younger, right? Back before self improvement, my morning routine was not very good. I mean, when I say morning routine, there really was no routine. But basically, I'd wake up, and I'm kind of a morning person, so I wake up kind of early. And I'd wake up, and almost immediately, I would grab my phone and start watching YouTube videos. And after I watch a couple YouTube videos for about, I don't know, maybe an hour, I'd shower and brush my teeth and do some human things. Then I eat breakfast, and then I go back upstairs to play video games for the rest of the day. And that was my life. That was my routine every single day for a long time. And now that I'm on this path of self-improvement, and hopefully that you watching this video are probably on that same path, I've learned that there are key principles that make up a good morning routine. All of them have something to do with your natural body rhythm, what humans are kind of evolved to do early in the day, and also with your mental, starting your day off right, like your mentality towards the day. And these 4 things that make a good morning routine are discipline, exercise, mindfulness, and interestingly enough, sunlight and nature. Now, discipline in the morning is pretty self-explanatory, right? If you do something that's disciplined, that's kind of difficult early in the day, it makes the rest of your day easier. And I know there's this weird, group of people out there on the internet that talk about how, I don't even know how it works. It's like willpower, how that willpower is finite, and that you should save your willpower for other things. And to an extent that's true, right? But that's part of the reason that discipline should be part of your morning routine. So yes, willpower is in fact finite. If you're doing a lot of hard things during the day, you're going to lose a lot of your mental energy and that motivation to do difficult things. Which is exactly why we should include discipline in our morning routines, right? Because think about it. Strength and your ability to, do a certain exercise, that's finite, right? When you do do a workout and you're on the bench press, you're not going to be on the bench press going, oh, well, I don't want to get too sore because I'll use up all my strength, and so I'm not going to work out today. That doesn't make any sense. You're supposed to train your muscles to make them stronger so that you have more strength and energy and power later, right? When you actually really, really need it. So if you're going through your morning routine thinking, wow, well, I need to relax a lot in my morning so that I have enough willpower and motivation for the rest of the day, that's not how it works. You have to train your discipline. You have to train your willpower and your motivation so that you'll have more later. So yes, discipline is very important to have in your morning routine. And I'll get into more detail later of how I incorporate that into my daily routine. The next point is exercise. This goes with more of the natural, how humans kind of evolve sort of thing. When you look at most predatory species, right? Because you can argue about this all you want, but humans are omnivores. And that means that part of our natural, instinctual behavior is somewhat predatory, right? We are predators. And so exercise is actually very important to do early in the day because most predatory species hunt during the morning and evening hours, right? because that's when prey species are most active. So exercise early in the day is very, very, very important because it gets your blood flowing, it gets your mind moving, it gets your momentum going. It also that's part of the discipline is exercise, because exercise is difficult, right? So exercise and discipline go hand in hand, and it helps us start your day off right. The fourth point is mindfulness. Mindfulness can basically be summarized as how you can improve your focus. And this is very important for your just well, I kind of already explained it. Being able to focus is incredibly important for just about anything you can think of, right? There's absolutely no reason not to improve your focus when you think about it, because focus is so incredibly like crucial to almost anything you could do, right? If you improve your focus, you can improve your sports. If you improve your focus, you can improve your grades in school. If you improve your focus, you can improve your work. It's just about anything you can think of can be improved by improving your focus, right? So what this looks like is to improve your mindfulness. The best way that a lot of people talk about, and I talk about this a lot, is meditation. And I've already made a couple of videos on meditation, but just to summarize, meditating is just focusing on something external, and whenever your mind starts to wander, bring your focus back to the present moment, and this creates a habit. This creates a reaction, like a reflex to when you lose focus on something, you'll have the reflex to bring yourself back to that. And the last thing that makes a good morning routine is sunlight and nature. Now, I'm not going to go into too much detail about this again, but getting natural light into your eyes early in the day is incredibly, incredibly important for your circadian rhythm. And your circadian rhythm is sort of how your brain and your body knows what time it is during the day. And you might think, oh, big deal, right? But your mind has to release certain chemicals and certain hormones at specific times during the day. And if it doesn't know what time of day it is, if its rhythm and its body clock is messed up, then you're not going to be as healthy. You're not going to be as focused. Your mental health will literally can be less improved, can get worse if your circadian rhythm is out of whack. So yeah, I spend about 5 minutes every morning not looking directly at the sun, of course, but just getting some sunlight into my eyes. And you can't just look out the glass, you have to open your window because you need specifically early morning photons from the sun, because it's at a low solar angle, and so it's like going through more atmosphere. I don't know the full science behind it, but it's just get morning sunlight. Literally, that's one of the best things you can possibly do for your mental health, your sleep, your physical health, all sorts of things. And so just to give you an example of what this looks like, this is not a blueprint of exactly what you need to do. This is just what I do during the school year to maximize my productivity while getting these 4 things into my morning routine every day while still being in school. So if you're a student or if you have work, this can be something you can look at. But I will say that some people won't really be able to do this, and that's perfectly fine. You should be able to structure your own morning routine based on these 4 principles. The first thing I do is I wake up at 5, and that seems pretty early for a lot of people, but I enjoy waking up at that time because, again, I'm a morning person, and I get to wake up before everybody else in my house, and so it's kind of a neat thing to sort of have that time alone. I go to the bathroom and I meditate for about 5 minutes. I used to meditate for about 10 minutes, but recently I've scaled down to 5 because even though it's less meditation, it does give me more time for everything else. Then after I meditate, I get a cold shower. This is that act of discipline. And then I go to the gym and do a workout, eat breakfast, and then after breakfast, I usually script a couple YouTube videos and I get my morning sunlight in by opening up my window. So yeah, if this what I just explained to you seems a little difficult for some people. It probably isn't actually that difficult now I think about it. This is pretty standard for a lot of self-improvement morning routines. And I highly recommend that you do some kind of morning routine. Put this structure in place because my life absolutely transformed once I had this. I have noticed that there are days where I don't follow much of a routine and my whole day is just kind of messed up. It's kind of something doesn't, you can just tell something doesn't feel right. You don't feel as productive. You feel kind of sloggy. You feel kind of lazy when you skip things in this routine. So yeah, that's all I got for today. God bless you. Stay wild.